Hello there YouTube, it's Jacob from Team Pyramid. So today I'm coming at you with a new sort of style that I'm doing. I'm doing budget decks for under £100. So I'm coming at you with my True King Dinosaur deck. Okay, this is just a budget friendly version. I will upload my proper version that I have in the next couple of days. But this is just a budget. So everything in this deck rounded up to about £96, £97 all in. So you can pick this up for £100. So I run 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, the big boy itself, just a phenomenal boss monster. The fact it lets you flip your in either player's turn and lets you flip your opponent's favourite cards face down in either player's turn is just a phenomenal thing. The card itself has done wonders for dinosaurs, but we all know what it does. If you need to know what it does, then you've been sleeping under a rock. We run 3 Miscellaneousaurus. So we use the Miscellaneousaurus like everyone does to protect your dinosaurs and then bring your resources back by banishing it from the grave. So you can go ahead and get extra resources and go ahead and use your, say, your Oviraptor or your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to pop to get extra resources from there. So the deck itself is very consistent. I have noticed this. So I've been testing this online as well for quite a while. We run 3 soul-eating Oviraptors. So Oviraptor, that is your reinforcements of the army, as well as your Foolish Burial. You can go ahead and activate a second effect as well, which is when there's another dinosaur on the field, you can go ahead and target another one that's not itself, pop it, and get a special summon from your grave, which is does come in clutch sometimes. The good thing about that is the interaction with the Lost World, where you can go ahead and pop the actual spell card itself. You can go ahead, sorry, not spell card. You can go ahead and try and pop the token, activate the effect of Lost World to protect the token, and then you can go ahead and pitch from your deck to the grave, which then you get out. You send one of your babies out and go ahead and get one of your big guys out to go for even get more damage on board, which is what I think is pretty good with this deck. Then we run 1 Petite Pteranodon to go ahead and get out our bigger resources from the deck when it's destroyed. We are running 2 targets for it. You will see them very shortly. We run 2 Baby Cerasauruses. So that's to go ahead and get our smaller resources out from the deck, such as our Miscellaneousaurus and our Oviraptor. In this build, like I said, I'm not running Giant Rex due to the fact of the price it was at the time. When I went to buy them, they were sitting roughly around £8 or £9, and it would have pushed it up just above that £100 marker, which is why I wanted to make it. I didn't want it to be pushed over that £100 marker, so that's why I left it around £96, £97. But definitely, if you can afford it, put Giant Rex in. It does give you extra resources, especially when it's banished. You can go ahead and bring Giant Rex back, which then you can go ahead and get more plays from there. It is a level 2 as well, so if you're playing an extra deck with this deck, which most people do, with my main one I do as well, with my main dinosaur one I do as well, you can go ahead and overlay your Oviraptors or your Miscellaneousauruses with your Giant Rex and go ahead and get out like Dulkers, like Lagias, things like that, your Tornado Dragons, your Babuskas, whatever you're wanting to use at the time to go ahead and cement your thing. So like I said, this is just a budget friendly version, and it should hopefully give you some ideas. So 2 of our targets for Petite is our Dino Wrestler Pancratops. Pancratops, just an all-round good card that lets you pop on, lets you tribute it and destroy opponent's card during either player's turn, so I could do it on mine or on yours. And the fact that you can go ahead and get this back with Oviraptor which is really good, because then you get multiple pops. Then our searchable board clearance are Kaijus, because you can search it to hand with Oviraptor. Go ahead and get rid of your opponent's monster, special summon this card, and then you can go ahead and get this card back by popping it with your Oviraptor to get it to the grave, and then special summon this card back, which I thought was really good as well. Our 2 Overtech Quatless. So the reason why we're running this is because we can't, with the budget friendly version, you can't afford the I can never pronounce its name, the new little dinosaur out of Echo. So this card does the exact same thing pretty much. It searches out your double evolution pill when it's sent to the grave and adds it to hand. Yeah, you can only activate it once per turn that way, but it still gets you where you need to get. With one Oviraptor, pitching that to the grave, you've got a double evolution pill to hand, you've got a UTC ready there. For the True King engine, we are running a small one. We are running one Lithocygen. You can use its effect to go ahead and rip cards out of your opponent's extra deck, troublesome ones like Dragoons or whatever is a problem at the time. I run 2 of the Fire ones. Not even attempting to say that card's name. Off to the hand traps, we're running 3 Gammas and 1 Driver. So I found myself, when I'm playtesting this online, I'm not showing you the side deck for this deck, but when I'm playtesting online for this £100 build, I did find myself siding this out for like better on games 1 and games 2 and 3. It's just once you've used it once, and if they don't destroy it, it then get banished. So you're left with two bricks in that's sitting there. So what I've found is I've found myself siding this package out and adding in like ogres, which is crazy to say, ogres coming back, but adding in ogres or effect Veilers. So again, now the new structure deck is released, Veilers are cheap, they're accessible, they're there. Then for the last hand traps, we run 3 Ash Blossom. Joyous Spring. Ash Blossom just hits troublesome cards. So you hit, if you're playing against Rockets, they summon out the Striker. They link summon a Striker. You go ahead, Ash the Striker. They can't do fucking anything. It's the same as if you've got a Gamma. You Gamma the Striker, it gets rid of that. They can't do anything. Unless they've got follow-ups, which from everyone that I've been playing so far hasn't. That does end their turn, which makes you feel a lot better. Then you got your play. So off to the spells. We run 3 Lost World. Lost World, I'm not going to say it's the best spell the best field card out there, because personally ABC is my favourite deck, and I think Union Hanger is my favourite field spell, but this card is just dirty and disgusting. So the fact it reduces your opponent's attack points by 500 points also gives your dinosaurs protection when there's tokens on the field, and it produces a token when you normal or special summon a dinosaur type monster to your opponent's side of the field, and it gives you your dinosaur monsters protections by sending from the grave. It just does it all, really and truthfully. Konami probably will address it at one point, but at the moment it's not really doing too much damage to the... I'd like to say it's not really doing too much damage to the meta, but it is just a really good card. The deck itself would be heavily hindered, in my opinion, if it wasn't there. 1 Terraforming. We run 2 double evolution pills. Find myself siding one of them out as well. 1 really and truthfully is all you need, but it's just in case. 2's there just to be on the safe side, but do find myself siding out the second one. We run 3 of our other searchers. Fossil Dig. Like I said, the deck is heavily consistent. The amount of searching it does and the amount of recursion that this deck has is just crazy. Then we run our Foolish Burial just to get our Overtex into the grave, or if we've got UTC in hand and we need another name or another dinosaur in there, we go ahead and get that out as well. We run 2 World Legacy Monstrosities. So this card is in here to cheat out your True Kings, so that way you can go ahead, get them out, and get into your True King of all calamities faster. And it does, surprisingly, it does work. 2 is okay. 3 you see too much of it, especially when you're only running a 3 card package of True Kings. 2, you see just about enough. You don't. 1, you wouldn't see it very often, so it's pointless running it. But 2, it is okay. Then for my spicy little tech for this deck, because it's a budget friendly, is Grand Horn of Heaven. So Grand Horn of Heaven, I find is is a nice little sleeper card, to be fair, in my opinion. The fact that it negates a special summon and then ends your opponent's main phase. Yeah, your opponent draws a card, but it ends their main phase. So, say you've got 2 of them on the field. And this surprisingly comes up more than you would think it does. So they special summon. You activate 1, and then activate 1. It negates the special summon. They draw it, goes straight into battle phase. They have to end their battle phase to go to main phase. They special summon again, go straight into that. Negate the special summon. So their field is then clear. Unless they decide to, then their field is then clear, completely clear. So then what you do is they draw a card and it goes straight to end phase. So it's not just once per turn. It is during the main phase. So I have found that does come up quite a bit on the online testing that I have done. The hate I get for it online is quite big. You get called scrub and everything, but hey, it works. And for a deck for under £100, not whinging at that. And obviously we have our True King of All Calamities. This card steals games on its own. That with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. To be fair, you can't really ask for more. Obviously, like I said, if you want to go ahead and actually put a bit more money into the deck, then you can go ahead and get things like your Appaloozas. You can go ahead and get your you can go ahead and upgrade from your Overtext Quatless into your Auroradon. I remembered at that time. Your Auroradon. You can go ahead and get your like Lugias and your Dolkers, things like that. Just basically make the deck a little bit more consistent. The deck does work fine at this price. However, it is a little slow compared to the more competitive build. But this is for £100. This is the most competitive I could make it. Well, I hope you liked it anyway. So this is the deck done now. This is the deck profile. If you want to see my actual build, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to see any other deck profiles, please let me know in the comments below. If you really like the video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I will be posting more videos very shortly. And thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.